Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new topic of the chapter heat, that is temperature. As we have learned in the last video, in our surroundings some objects are hot and some objects are cold. And we can determine this object is hot and this object is cold, like ice cream it is a cold and cup of tea it is a hot. We can determine these objects they are hot and they are cold by touch. But sometimes our sense of touch they are not reliable measure of for measuring the degree of hotness and coldness. We can rely on the sense of our touch for measuring the degree of hotness and coldness of any object. So there is a term for measuring the degree of hotness and coldness of any object, that is temperature. So temperature means temperature is the degree of hotness and coldness of an object. By measuring the temperature, we can determine the degree of hotness and coldness of any object. And we can say this is hot and this is cold by measuring the temperature of any object. Now, so we are saying temperature is the degree of hotness and coldness of any object. But just by touching, we can't determine the temperature of any object. We can't determine the temperature of any hot object and we can't determine the temperature of cold object. So there is a device for measuring the temperature. This is known as thermometer. Thermometer, a device which is used to measure the temperature. By using the thermometer, we can measure the exact temperature of hotter object and we can measure the temperature of colder object, and we can say this is hot and this is cold, and also we can say this is hotter than other object by measuring the temperature by using the thermometer. So temperature is the degree of hotness and coldness of any object, and we can measure the temperature by using thermometer. So thermometer, it is a device which is used to measure the temperature. So we are saying we can measure the temperature like any other, like in our daily life we measure the weight, we measure the length, we measure the height. So for measuring the weight there is a unit, this is a kilogram, gram, and for measuring the length there is a meter, centimeter. For measuring the distance like kilometer, meter. So similarly for measuring the temperature there is a units. So SI unit of temperature, that is Kelvin, and it is denoted by capital key. Other units for measuring the temperature also like Celsius or Fahrenheit. Celsius it is denoted by degree Celsius and Fahrenheit it is denoted by degree F. So these are the units for showing the temperature. SI unit of temperature, that is Kelvin, and other units are also Celsius and Fahrenheit scale. Now, in our daily life, we use a scale for measuring the length, and for measuring the length in centimeter, for measuring the length in meter. Similarly, there are different scales for measuring the temperature. These different scales are Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, and Kelvin scale. So there are different scales for measuring the temperature. Celsius scale, it is denoted by degree C. Next is Fahrenheit scale. It is denoted by degree F, and next is Kelvin scale. It is denoted by capital K. So by using these different scales we can measure the temperature easily. Now we will discuss each scale one by one. The very first scale, that is Celsius scale. Celsius scale, it is invented by Anders Celsius. That's why the name of this scale, it is a Celsius scale on his inventor. The freezing point of water on the Celsius scale, that is 0 degree Celsius, and the boiling point of water on the Celsius scale, that is 100 degree Celsius. Freezing point of water on the Celsius scale, this is 0 degree Celsius, and the boiling point of water on the Celsius scale, that is 100 degree Celsius. Freezing point of water, freezing point means the temperature at which the water start boiling. It is known as freezing point of water. And the boiling point of water, boiling point means the temperature at which the water start boiling. It is a boiling point of water. And on the Celsius scale, the freezing point of water, it is a 0 degree Celsius, and the boiling point of water, it is a 100 degree Celsius. And for different substances, the freezing point and the boiling point will be different. Next scale, that is Fahrenheit scale. The next scale for measuring the temperature, this is Fahrenheit scale. It is denoted by degree F. This scale, it is invented by Gabriel Fahrenheit. This scale, it is invented by that's why the name of this scale on his inventor, this is Fahrenheit scale. Gabriel Fahrenheit. Similarly, on the Celsius scale, the freezing point of water and the boiling point of water on Fahrenheit scale, the freezing point of water on the Fahrenheit scale, that is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and the boiling point of water on the Fahrenheit scale, that is 212 degree Fahrenheit. So these are the boiling point and freezing point of water on the Fahrenheit scale. The freezing point of water on the Fahrenheit scale, that is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and the boiling point of water on the Fahrenheit scale, that is 212 degree Fahrenheit. Now next scale, that is Kelvin scale. Now third type of scale, that is Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale, it is denoted by capital K. This scale, it is invented by Lord Kelvin. That's why the name of this scale on his inventor, that is Kelvin scale, because it is invented by Lord Kelvin. Similarly, other scale, the freezing point of water on the Kelvin scale, it is 273 Kelvin, and the boiling point of water on the Kelvin scale, it is 373 Kelvin. It means on the Kelvin scale, the freezing point, the water start freezing at 273 Kelvin, and the boiling point of water, it means the water start boiling at 373 Kelvin. Now we can form a table for all the three scales. By which we can easily show the freezing point and boiling point of water. Now, as we have learned, the freezing point of water on the Celsius scale, that is 0 degrees Celsius, and the boiling point of water on the Celsius scale, that is 100 degree Celsius, and the freezing point of water on a Fahrenheit scale, that is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and the boiling point of water on a Fahrenheit scale, that is 212 degree Fahrenheit. Similarly, on the Kelvin scale, the freezing point of water, that is 273 Kelvin, and the boiling point of water on a Kelvin scale, that is 373 Kelvin. So these are the different scales for measuring the temperature: Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, and Kelvin scale. Now thank you for watching my video.